Hi guys! So I wanted to do a little haul today. I've been accumulating some things from the drugstore, Sephora, and Victoria's Secret. So I'll start with my drugstore items. These are all related to my search for the perfect products to use for the $20 makeup challenge. I wanted to try out some NYC face products, so I tried out the Smooth Skin Liquid Makeup Foundation, and this is, I think it's $3 and you get a ton of product. I used this today to test it because I hadn't really tested it that much before, and it is pretty smooth. It goes on really easily. This is not a full coverage foundation, or at least it wasn't for me. So if that's what you're looking for, then this wouldn't be the right thing. Dropped it. I also tried the NYC Smooth Skin Pressed Powder, and this I was really excited about because I know their bronzer in Sunny is super popular, but this I don't enjoy at all. It came with a really flimsy foam applicator, and it's super powdery. It just doesn't hold up very well on the skin, and it doesn't really have any coverage at all. So not really a huge fan of this. Also from NYC, I tried out one of their mascaras. This is the Skyrise mascara, and if you watched that video, then you know that I really fell in love with this. It's a really good quality mascara for only $2 or $3, and I like it. The formula is pretty dry, which I really liked, so I'm a fan of that. I also wanted to try out some lipsticks for the video, and also just I was curious. These are all three 99-cent lipstick options. I got two Wet n Wild, and these are called their Silk Finish, and one is in, this is in Pink Ice, which is a super frosty pink color. I can show you that right there. And then one is in Retro Pink, and this is more of a cool tone, sort of a light fuchsia pink. And swatched, I actually prefer the Pink Ice, but on my lips it was way too frosty. So it looked like that kind of old school, like Avon frosty lip that I remember from the 80s. And I also tried the NYC 99-cent option. This is their Stay, what's it called? Ultra Moist Lip Wear. And this is in Blossom, which is a bright pink. And I'll swatch this for you also. Here is that one. That's like a touch more sheer, slightly less waxy than the Wet n Wild, but these are definitely both the Wet n Wild Silk Finish 99-cent and the Ultra Moist Lip Color by NYC, definitely comparable, 99 cents. I grabbed another lip product, not as part of my trials, just because I was curious. It's one of the new Revlon Just Bitten Kissable Lip Balm Stains, and this is in the color Lovesick number 20, and this is similar to the Tarte lip pencils. You just twist the bottom to get more product, and the packaging, the outside packaging matches the color, which is always a nice bonus. And I was really excited about these because the last Revlon lip product I bought was the lip butters, which look like this. And this is one I had before. This is called Strawberry Shortcake. And so I was excited to try these because I felt like the color payoff with the butters wasn't as good as I was hoping. And so because this is called a balm stain, I was really excited. And true to the name, it is a stain. I have it on right now, and it is very pigmented and has a good color payoff. There it is right there. So it's a little bit sheer when you first put it on, but you can build it up. So very true to the color there. So I was really excited. So I've tried it a couple days and I have it on right now. It's really easy to apply. There's a pretty good color selection. My only drawback with this is that they call it a balm stain. but it doesn't stay feeling like a balm on your lips. It does really dry out. So while the color stays true for a pretty impressive amount of time, I'd say like if you're having just a normal day, probably about 3 to 4 hours, it'll stay looking pretty fresh, but it does start to dry out my lips. So that is good. Let me see. I also grabbed some eyeshadows. I got 2 of the Wet n Wild Color Trios Sweet as Candy, which is really nice pigmented little set. I'll show you those 3 colors. This is the brow shade, this is the crease shade, and this is what they call the lid shade, although you could mix and match them however you like. But I really like this set. It's just a really, I mean it's sweet. It's just a sweet little trio, great for travel. Then I also found these palettes by Profusion Cosmetics. These are called Color Me Glow eyeshadow palettes, and I have number 1 and number 2. The numbers go up to 8, and 1 through 4, oh, I'm holding that backwards. 1 through 4 have this kind of satiny finish, and then 5 through 8 have very big chunks of glitter in them. They're like full-on glitter palettes, which actually look kind of fun. But I'll show you these. They have slightly different breakdowns of the color. You can see how this is number 2. This is just split into trios, a trio of purple, a trio of orange, a smoky trio, and a blue trio. And then the number 1 palette has the same trio of purple, and then the addition of more of the warm kind of neutral tones, and then the addition of some green shades. And then 3 and 4 are sort of a mixture of all these colors. I have been able to try these a couple times, and they're very, the pigmentation when you swatch them is sort of amazing. I'll show you with like this purple here. You can see that purple color. Here's a really bright blue. That's actually really, really pretty, that blue. Really bright. So they swatch pretty well, and what I found with them is that when they're worn with a primer as sort of a monochromatic look, like if you just wanted this blue with like then a black eyeliner, then they work really well and they're really pretty. They have a satiny sheen, but they're not too shimmery. Don't stand up well to layering. So if you wanted to use, say, these smoky colors and kind of layer them on top of each other, it's almost like each time you add a new color, it just wipes off the last color, or it shows up okay but then it fades. And I think that's because these have mineral oil in them. If you have found a way to make these really work for you, let me know, because I mean these cost 99 cents, so that's a pretty good value if you can figure out how to use them. But I just got one other thing from the drugstore, and this was just to try. This is by Prevail, which is the generic brand at Duane Reade and possibly also Walgreens. Correct me if I'm wrong about that. But I got this. It's just one of those eye rollers that you just roll under your eyes in the morning to help diminish puffiness around the eye area. So I just thought I'd give that a try. So that's it for the drugstore portion of the haul. So next up, I went to the Victoria's Secret semi-annual sale, and they actually had a bunch of makeup on sale for the first time. I haven't seen that before, or I guess I haven't got there in time. And they had their whole professional line on sale. So I just picked up 2 things. The first thing is the Pro Camouflage FX Concealer Palette, which is one of these palettes that a lot of brands have, where it just has the 3 shades of concealer and the 2 corrective colors. This sort of what they call an apricot shade, sort of a salmon-y color which counteracts blueness, and then the green which counteracts redness. So I don't have an opinion on this yet. I'm still experimenting with it. And then the other thing I got was also Victoria's Secret Professional Makeup. This is the Light FX HD Eye Brightening Pen. And this reminds me of the YSL Touch It Clay pen because it's a click pen. And there's sort of this, whoa, a lot. But you can see it because I just put a lot of it there. Just a highlighting liquid for around the eye area. And if they are discontinuing these items, I probably won't review them or use them very much in tutorials because I don't want to show you something that you can't get. Anywho, so I got some things from Sephora, and the reason is that I really wanted to get this Clarins SPF 30 eye cream, and this is a sunscreen for eyes wrinkle control cream. So I really have been looking for a product that is SPF 30 for around the eye area, but I was able to find this one, and I really love the bottle. I don't know why, it's just like very pleasing size and color. So this was what I went online to get from Sephora, and then of course I wanted to hit $50 so I didn't have to pay shipping, which is they just get me every time with that one. But there were a few things I wanted to try. One is the La Vanilla Healthy Deodorant. I got it in the not sample size, but the travel size because it's really small. Because the full size is like over $20, and so I got this, which is $10, and you still get quite a bit of product in there. This will last me for a couple weeks, and I'll know if I like it. This is something else I've really been wanting to try from Sephora. It's a refillable fragrance atomizer, and I'll show you what it looks like. It's by Flow, and the reason I wanted to get this is because if you've ever gotten fragrance samples, then you know that sometimes they have a little pump on them, which is great, and then sometimes they don't. And I find that when they don't, I don't really use them. So I really wanted to get this little travel thing, which looks, now that it's out of the packaging, it looks like a tampon case. But how it works is you pull the bottom off and you fill up the perfume, goes right into here, and then once it's in, you put the bottom back on, and then you have your pump. And the great thing about it is that once it's all sealed up, it's totally leak proof. So I'm really excited just to have a way to use all those fragrance samples that have just been piling up and piling up in my room. That's my haul, and let me know if you have any questions about any of this stuff, if there's anything you want me to try out or show in more detail.